You're right, guys, Shay here, only about to be guys as well. So, Rana Naveed Ul-Hasan has come out claiming that he was also subject to racial abuse at his time in his time at Yorkshire County Cricket Club. So yeah, he spent a couple of years there, 2008, 2009, when he was released by Sussex. Yeah, I mean, where do we start here, really? I'm just shocked, really. I mean, I'm shocked actually at this. Well, I'm actually not shocked, to be honest with you, because I think I point out quite clearly. I know about racism up north. Whilst I'm doing obviously not a follow-up video to I've seen Rafiq's video, but what I will say is that I should point out the north is a great place. It's a really great place there. I've been to Yorkshire several times. My sister studied at Leeds. I went there loads of times. You know, it's a really cool place. It's a beautiful place actually in Yorkshire. Yorkshire moors, stuff like that. You know, it's really cool. And a lot of people I've encountered are amazing, and I've worked with people since then, and I've met a lot of people from Yorkshire, and they're really cool people. But you know, there's obviously an issue here with Yorkshire County Cricket Club. Now, there's a guy that I know in a Facebook group who mentioned on this forum that there was I think it was Simon Hughes' autobiography. He was stating that in the book that I think probably the members of Yorkshire were basically gloating the fact that they won the 50 over competition. I think maybe the B&H Cup, I can't remember, without any black players in the side, and they were very happy about that. You know that's it's disgusting, isn't it? You know, I say this very casually, but reading inside and burning about this whole thing, it's and maybe I'll get a bit angry a bit later in this video, but anyway, it's pretty shocking. Obviously, Naveed Ul-Hasan has obviously said that he was subject to taunts and they were calling him Packy from the crowd and things like that, and his treatment from his teammates was pretty poor when he was not doing so well on the field, which is it's terrible, isn't it? And the thing is now, it's like it feels tiring, this whole situation, and just feels that something has to be done, about this whole thing. It needs to be looked into. Obviously, they've held a independent investigation into these issues that have been cited by Rafiq and Naveed Ul-Hasan. From the time, but they've used the guy, the chairman, can't remember his name now, but he's obviously used a law firm, Squires, Patton Boggs, I believe it is, that he used to work at, as a qualified solicitor himself. That just screams to me of a slight conflict of interest, for want of a better word, and to put it tamely, let's be honest. But let's see what happens. I mean, Rafiq apparently spoke to, as part of the investigation, was put forward his case on Tuesday, so that's obviously today. It's still, Tuesday the 15th of September. I believe the Cricket Info article I've read refers to today as opposed to last Tuesday. But I'm very interested to see what comes out of this. People have said about, incredibly, people on social media, and I talk about social media quite a bit because you get so many idiots on there, so many dunces on there who haven't got a clue about the wider issues of cricket. They know every stat that pull out their arse, about how many fours or how many twos the guys ran in the last 10 years. But when it comes to real hard facts and issues that are happening in the game, they haven't got a flipping clue. So, people saying about Naveed Ul-Hasan jump on the bandwagon. What bandwagon is that? What does he expect to gain from this? What's happened is, since obviously May and everything with George Floyd, it's May 21st, obviously the lid's been blown wide open, and people are coming out because it's easier to come out now. It's much more, there's much more of a force, a voice now that's been collated and been just not reinforced, but been created, basically. And so it's much easier to speak out now. I once have done a video on the racism that I was subjected to up north if it wasn't for what happened to Asim Rafiq, for example. I won't just come out of it just randomly. I've done it because you basically, the lid's been blown open now. It feels relevant for me to talk about it. I want to talk about it otherwise, and maybe I'll bring up other stuff in the future that's happened to me or friends of mine in the game, as and when I see fit. But it's, I'm just a regular guy who plays cricket and loves the game as a fan, and that's it. But I'm telling you now, there's thousands of people who could mimic my story, could say the exact same thing, and probably tell it in a lot worse than what they've had. And so there's no wagon to jump on here, people. That's simple. It's no bloody wagon. It's just a case of this story's been told now. The lid's been lifted. There's racism in cricket. It's been showed up north, but I'm sure I can tell you now, there's other places in the country it's prevalent as well. I know for a fact, and I won't get into that because I want to focus on the task in hand. I don't want to start blighting other counties here, but I can tell you now, all the counties down south, I will say that it's happening as well. I know for a fact it is. It happened to me when I went on tour, so trust me, it's there. Anyway, in terms of Yorkshire, obviously it's a major issue. This has to be addressed now, and following on from that, that disgraceful human being, and I will say that as a Roger Pugh, who came out and said that basically Rassim Rafiq deserves what's happened to him because he was a discourteous and disrespectful human being. Because he said that, he deserved everything that basically came to him. Ironically, I believe the chairman of the South Yorkshire Cricket League, which has come out of seeing wisdom now, that league has been mentioned because an ECB employee, apparently a regional development officer, apparently that's what he is, has been accused of racism, of throwing out basically a racial slur towards a Pakistani player. And I wrote down, I got the article right down, I got the article here because I couldn't remember the clubs in question, but yeah, it was Outerbridge CC and Wiston Parish Church CC on August 23rd, so before Roger Pugh came out with his comments. But he came out, and basically Outerbridge had the Pakistani player in their ranks, and he was apparently abused on the field. Outerbridge, to the absolute credit, and I really mean like that, like they basically refused to play the rest of the game, and they cancelled the return fixture, and they finished below Wiston Parish Church CC by 2 points. And funny enough, the abandoned game, because Outerbridge CC walked off, the win, the 4 points was awarded to Wiston Parish CC, Parish Church CC, I believe, from what I saw, which is pretty shocking. I did see that. I'm sure I saw that. Apologies if I'm incorrect to that, but I'm pretty certain I saw that Wiston Parish Church CC got the win because Outerbridge CC refused to play in the same league with Roger Pugh as chairman, and he's the guy who said what he said about Rassim Rafiq. It's just disgusting. The whole thing needs just massively overhauling. Something's got to be done. The bet we don't know piss take result from the investigation where it's like, we looked into it, but nothing of really any credibility has come to light. We're not going to press any charge or do anything about it. Let's see. I think there'll be a slap on the wrist of some sort just to kind of tame the anger of what's coming out right now from various levels, from people in the professionals in the game, down social, us found the social media. There's real problems here, and there's a lot of unhappiness. So from all levels of the game at the moment, what I've seen and what I've heard as well. So let's see what happens. Interested to see what happens pending the investigation. But it's just shocking, and so I really hope something's done about this. Yorkshire CC was one of the major counties in the country. It's been dragged through the mud here, and something's got to happen. Something's got to be done because this mud's going to stick if nothing tangible and major, happens from this. Unless there's a major overhaul in the shift and radical change in its kind of ethos and mindset in that club. If nothing really happens, if nothing really changes in that respect, then I really worry about where the game is going. Because if we can't make change now with what's going on in the world, then I really fear for anything happening in the future. Because this is going to continue. It's not going to change. It's not going to change, but we can do things about it, like Outerbridge CC did. They made a stand. They did something about it, and kudos to them. They get the massive respect from me. I don't know the background of the club. I should really look into it. I appreciate that, but I will look into that. But if this club is from, as a mainly white club, and you've got a few Asian players, on the roster, and you've gone and cancelled that game, refused to play a second match, walked off in the first game. Massive respect to them, and more needs to be done on that level. As you can see, guys, I'm pretty passionate about this. Tino Best, he even said, didn't he? He commented and said that he was disappointed that he wasn't contacted regarding the investigation because he heard murmurs of the Asian players getting racial abuse. This in 2010 when he played. This is a guy from West Indian heritage. There's no reason for him to lie about this. There's no smoke without fire, guys. There was shit going down in Yorkshire. Rafiq, Best, Naveed Ul-Hasan. I think I see Rafiq actually said that when he mentioned about the 4 players that was on the team, and then one guy's making some quips about there's too many of you. I think it was Asmal Shazad, Rafiq, Naveed Ul-Hasan, and Del Rashid. Del Rashid was the 4th one. I think it was those 4 were the players that he was referring to. So I'd love it if Asmal Shazad came out now, because I'm telling you, that guy's got things to say. There's no doubt about it. He was there for years at Yorkshire. He will have things to say as well. I know he does. He must do. He's not going to speak to me obviously about it, but we'll see what happens with him. He's got position now at Lords, I believe, in the coaching setup there of the academy, I believe, or something like that. So I'm not sure. Fair enough. He doesn't want to kind of speak out a turn. I don't know, but he's always kind of shown to me as a stand-up guy. And if he's come to say, it'd be great if he can come out now in the public and say it, because this is the time. This is the time. You've got the pressures on here for change, and so if more people come out and cite the problems they've had in the game, it might just be Yorkshire, it might be any other county as well. They should come forward now. So anyway, I'm getting a bit of a headache from all this, to be honest with you. I'm just I'm just a bit tired of this whole thing. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. What's your thoughts? I appreciate it's a bit of a thought-provoking video. These are just kind of raw, off the cuff. I've read a little bit here, but I'm just kind of going for what I feel right now about this whole situation. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do, no problem at all. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoy the content, please like the videos, as always say, and if you want to subscribe, great. But either way, I'd love to hear from you. So I'll leave it there. Have a good evening. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.